Yahweh, Bahashem, Tawashai, Brakatah Yahweh, Brakatah Mashai. I'd like to give the honors to the elders of Great Millstone that teaches truth. Jumping to the scripture line of prophecy, 100% of the truth. Just going to do a quick in transit about a situation that happened today. And I want to take it and use it according to the scriptures, you know. And earlier today, me and an old friend of mine, we were stopped by a restaurant to have breakfast. And upon coming in, being seated to have breakfast at our dining table, there was another couple that came in, and they were right behind us. And they set a table right next to ours, and it was Judite woman. You know, she seems to be up in age, maybe she looked like she was probably in her 70s. But you know how some of our women, when they've been through so much, they look a lot older than what they really are. So she may have been a lot younger, but she was probably in her early 70s. And before she even sat down, you know, she see two young men standing there. Well, two men standing there, younger than what she is. And you know, she started talking to us, telling us about how she had won some money on the radio station, and she went and picked up her money, and you know, she needed it, and how it worked out for her, you know, just in time. And then, you know, by the time the waitress came in, you know, started taking notice, so she went on and started talking back to her friend, which kind of found out was actually her daughter. So she had her daughter come pick her up, you know, and take her to pick the money up. And, you know, so she took her daughter out for breakfast, you know, with some of the money that she won. So, you know, after we finished eating our meals, you know, everybody's about to get up and leave. Close to about the same time, she's getting up to leave. And then her daughter heads out and leaves, and she turns to look at us, and you know, she started carrying on the conversation again, you know, about how happy she was about the money and the radio station and all that. And then she said something. She's kind of incoherent when she was speaking. She's kind of like all over the place. And you can tell, you know, there's some dysfunction going on. But she says, yeah, I need a man. I need a husband. You know, she's kind of looking at me and a friend, a partner. Yeah, I need a man. I said it again. You know, we just kind of, you know, yeah, I understand. You know, we kind of, you know, brush it off lightly, you know, to kind of talk to her. And like I said, conversation's kind of all over the place too, you know. And eventually, you know, she got up and left. And the partner that I was with, you know, he's not in the truth, you know. And I kind of, you know, try to tell him about the truth, you know, a while back, explain to him certain things about things are the way they are. But you know, most Jakes not going to get it. You know, they're going to have their own opinions on certain things. And he was going into it about, at that age, you know, sometime a younger guy, you know, get a woman like that and, you know, kind of keep them straight and all that. You know, and I said, nah, not really, man. What can she do for somebody at that age, you know? First of all, you can see she really don't have anything. And really what it is, man, because I've seen it a lot of my family, man, amongst a lot of the women in my family. You know, the elder ones that's above me that, you know, they rejected men and dogged men out for so many years, you know. And now that here they are in their latter years of life, man, and they don't have a man there to cherish those years with, man. To help guide them and, you know, be there to support each other and, you know, in those latter years, you know. And now them curses is hitting hard on them. You know, they're going through hell in these latter years. Like my partner was saying, she's probably, you can tell she's lonely and all that. And, you know, a lot of these older Eves, man, when they get older, the kids, really don't deal with them like that. Especially if they can, you know, be a kind of a burden in a sense. And so they kind of like leave them to their own devices, you know. If they get at their apartment, you know, they'll come and get them every now and then if they need something, you know. They call them might have one or two that might do it. But most of these, man, they relied on their kids to carry them through in these latter years, instead of that husband that they rejected, or the men that they dealt with in their lives that they didn't lock down. And I was telling my own boy, I was like, I guarantee she'd have rejected a lot of men over the years of her life. And now here she at the end, the wheels about to fall off the wagon, and now she looking for a husband. She serves no purpose at this point.
Animal on shoulder ahead.
She serves no purpose at this point, man. What good is she's going to be but a burden, on anybody? And I see a lot of our women, they've been tricked into this feminism shit, they follow the ways of Esau, Edom, and they wrecked their own homes, man. They did it willingly. And so now they're paying the price for it, man. You see a lot of these women now, these latter years, man, that are homeless and, or living alone and lonely and don't have, nobody to talk to or to be around or be with. And, that's part of the curses, and said, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai said a woman, she be contentious against her man. And now we see the end results of that, man, of being a rattlesnake to some of these men, the good men that try to get with them. And they give their best years that they do have to these niggas that ain't about shit, And that's who they give their kids to and give their womb to, and that's who they have their kids by. And so it's just a train wreck, Really, it's just a train wreck.
Vehicle on shoulder ahead.
And that shit carries on from one generation to the next. Because you can see her daughter that was with her, she might have been a butch, Like she's barely making ends meet herself, You can see the turmoil on her daughter's face. So our women have really put themselves into a trick bag, in these latter years, and once Esau Edom, pull that rug from up under them, I don't be left with their ass in the wind, Because women's supposed to have that covering over her, especially when she get down into them latter years, no kids are gone. And she's not getting financial assistance from the government. She's not getting no food stamps anymore. And she has to rely on that little bit that she does get. And a lot of them never really work, so they're not going to receive any type of Social Security. He was really put himself into a fucked up predicament by believing in her zaddy, man, the government. The government don't give a shit about our women, man. Like Elder Apostle Tamar was saying earlier today in one of his videos, the women, it's really supposed to be our glory. And it's hell on a man to be in a system in society and you don't have your woman there with you, man, to help even though you go out here and fight the world and you don't have that woman there to come back to, who's holding down the fort, holding down the home and the kids, and got your back. And that's hell on earth, man. Like he was saying, you could be in prison serving time if you got that Eve there that's beside you, that's in the clutch for you, that's coming there and visiting you all the time and putting money in your books, and if you can get conjugal visits, y'all can do your thing. Jake can survive, he can do that. But to be out here in this world and not have your women going against you, that's hell on earth, man. Have what's supposed to be our glory being the curse that we gotta wear. That's a hell on earth, man. That's a hellish condition. So we just just got to sit back, especially those who are in this truth, man. We see shit for what it really is, you know. We have to ride this thing on out. We know not to give in to the snares, man. And a lot of our women are those snares that will pull you back into this world, man. We have to be very circumspect with dealing with Eve. Like Elder Tahar said, you're doing better off not even dealing with Eve, man, on this side right now. Because Eve is she all through. She's nothing but a trap for the white man, you know. So you're better off dealing with the other nations because they haven't been tainted as much. But Eve, man, they done a miracle work on Eve, man. They really use all the enchantments on Eve, you know. Especially through the media and the TV. That was their main focus. But yeah, I just want to kind of bring that up, man. Just seeing Eve and that, you know, it's like a sad state, but you know, that's not a one-all, man. There's many of our elderly women at this stage in their life, man, they got to depend on their kids to carry them through, you know. And many of, if they did have husbands, man, they pretty much put them in the ground, you know, by giving them so much hell. With that being said, that's all I want to say. Shalom.